It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Marching line, hey, hey.
We used to chase that Chattanooga freight, couple of kids in a Chevrolet, catch a little air when we cross the tracks, sipping on something from a paper stack. You hang your shirt on that maple limb, slipping through the moon to the river bend. Wasn't very long, I was jumping in. I guess I'm still doing now what I was doing then, chasing you like a shot of whiskey. Burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye taillights, headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town. Chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon. Chasing that you and me, I only see in my review. Till I'm laying here tonight, holding someone new, still chasing you, still chasing you. You always used to talk about LA. I heard you got as far as Santa Fe. Well, you know I tried to track you down. I only got as far as Guitar Town, singing about a girl I used to know. You should know that I haven't given up. I'm just on your radio, chasing you like a shot of whiskey. whiskey. Burning, going down, burning, going down. Chasing you like those goodbye tail lights. Headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town. Chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon. Chasing that you and me, I only see in my review. Hell, I'm laying here tonight holding someone new. Still chasing you, still chasing you, still chasing you, still chasing you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is round number 3 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS. Tonight we continue on with the theme of going to big half-mile racetracks. Tonight we are in Rossburg, Ohio, the house that Earl built, Eldora Speedway, for round number 3. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set. And after week number 1 at the Knoxville Raceway of the series, where it was Jamie Massey who picked up the win. Then we went last week to Lanier National Speedway, 3/8 of a mile racetrack, where it was Josh Peacock who picked up the win. And coming into tonight, just 1 point separate your top 3 drivers. And go down a little further, 5 points separating the top 6. Tyson Pankow is your points leader with 190 points. Joshua Peacock, Kyle Surratt, both sitting on 189 points for tied second. 4th place is Jamie Massey, 187. Joshua Ely, 5th with 186 points. And Kyle Moyer sits in position number 6, 185 points. Bryce Dickinson, Casey Brunson, Kenneth Vest, and Charles Bonds. That is your top 10. But right now, as we get ready to wrap up this practice session here from the Eldora Speedway, high above the racetrack, for round number 3. No qualifying on the program. 23 drivers have signed in, and we are very, very shortly about to get underway for heat race number 1. We will take a look. Again, no qualifying on the program, so it's just basically a random pill draw, random randomized heat races. And to find out the first of 3 heat races, let's take a look at heat race number 1, starting grid. Mark Bremkamp lines up on the pole position in car number 78 to his outside, the 51. It'll be Justin Gledhill from position number 2. Rolling off at a position number 3. That'll be the 18 of Kyle Surratt, 3rd in the point standings to his outside. Kyle Moyer, 6th in the point standings, will start from position number 4. Position number 5 with the 112 of Cody Colley to his outside. Jeremy Vaughn in the car number 8 will start from position number 6. Then we go back to last week's feature race winner, Joshua Peacock in the 61 machine will start from position number 7. And to the outside from position number 8, driving the 19 car, that is Preston Williams, lining up out of position number 8. Heat race number 1, cars are on the racetrack. Cars are about to make their way onto the racetrack right now. And we have 10 laps of distance, top 2 to the main event, although everybody will make it into the show. 3 heat races, so you'll see 8 cars, 7 cars, and 7 cars more than likely. That will make up what is a 22-car field. But right now, we get ready to go racing here at the Eldora Speedway. The lights are out on the iRacing.com official safety car, or the pace truck, I should say. Bremkamp along with Glenhill on the front row. And then you go back to Surratt and Moyer. So it's a pair of Kyles in row number 2. We'll go around one more time, in fact. So we will do 2 pace laps around the Eldora Speedway. Again, a huge thank you to, of course, the National Dirt Sim Association for bringing you the UMP Modifieds, the Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs each and every Wednesday night here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Bremkamp and Glenhill, front row. Surratt, Moyer, row 2. Colley and Vaughan, row 3. Peacock and Williams in row number 4. Heat number 1, round number 3 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs is green flag here at the Eldora Speedway. Down into 1 and 2 we go. Surratt looking for the race lead, but now coming back right through the middle of the racetrack goes the 51 machine of Justin Glenhill. Glenhill will lead him down into turns 3 and 4 for the first of 10 circuits around the Eldora Speedway. 3 wide near the back of the field as we watch right now Moyer and Bremkamp. Moyer going to slide up in front of Bremkamp. Is he? No. Bremkamp back here will get into the right rear quarter panel. Moyer goes around. Bremkamp goes upside down. Wouldn't be surprised if we go yellow. There it is. So the 78 of Mark Bremkamp, the pole sitter. Unfortunately, the 11 car of Kyle Moyer, well, he will go back to the pits. Take a look at how that one unfolded once again. So lap 1 was complete. Bremkamp just looked like coming down into the right rear quarter panel of the 11 car of Moyer. Preston Williams in the 19, I believe that was. Took evasive action. But Moyer back to the pits. Bremkamp still circulating. The 112 of Cody Colley coming down pit side as well. So driver to start heat race number 1 here from the Eldora Speedway. Lights are out. Glenhill in car number 51. Will lead us back to the green flag. Ready to go back racing here at Eldora Speedway. Delaware double file restart is in effect. Leader has the front row all to himself. 2 down, 8 to run. It'll be Glenhill now. Look at Peacock looking to get by Kyle Surratt. These 2 drivers second and third in the point standings. Peacock last week's feature race winner from Lanier National Speedway. Here comes Preston Williams. Got Jeremy Vaughan fighting down to the inside of the racetrack into turn number 1 and 2. Williams back around the outside of Jeremy Vaughan as they work down the back straightaway into turn number 3. 4 down, 6 to run. And Carl Surratt coming up, the race leader of Justin Glenhill down in the 51 machine. Slider from Carl Surratt. Glenhill turns it back underneath and you race off turn number 2. We're down into turn number 3. Glenhill gets a little bit sideways and crossed up going down into turn number 3 at the line. I think Carl Surratt may have had it just. Surratt's got the top side of the racetrack working a treat. We're halfway home. 5 down, 5 to go. Surratt clouded the outside concrete wall down the back straightaway. Glenhill still trying to find the fast racing line right through the middle of the racetrack. Williams, Peacock and Vaughan. Williams is up to position number 3. Peacock in 4th position. Vaughan in 5th. Colley and Bremkamp, your top 7 drivers. Kyle Moyer back in the pits. 3 to go for your race leader of Carl Surratt. Watching Josh Peacock in the 61 machine on the outside of Jeremy Vaughan in car number 8. They again work side by side. Vaughan going to slide up. Peacock will turn it underneath him now off turn number 4. Your race for 4th and 5th position is on down into 1 and 2. This time it'll be Peacock. Back to the inside on Jeremy Vaughan again. Wheel to wheel. Side by side down the back straightaway. White flag is out for your race leader. Carl Surratt at 1.1, 1.2 second advantage, just opening up to 1.3. Glen Hill now got some company with Preston Williams in the 19 machine. Backstretch for the final time down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to protect the inside line is Justin Glen Hill, but it won't matter because Carl Surratt, third in the point standings, is going to pick up heat race number 1 victory. He will start on pole your 50-lap main event. Heat number 1 results coming up on screen. Carl Surratt gets the win from Justin Glenhill in second. Preston Williams third. Josh Peacock fourth. Jeremy Vaughan in fifth. Cody Coley sixth. Mark Bremkamp seventh. And Kyle Moyer will come home in position number 8. Heat race number 2 on the program. Now as we get ready to have a look at your starting lineup, Scott Schroyer in car number 57 will line up on the pole position. Tyson Panko, your points leader by 1 point, will start from position number 2. Rolling off out of position number 3 with a 10 car of Casey Brunson to his outside from position number 4, the 725 of Marcus Brown. From position number 5, Wesley Gwaltney in car number 81 to his outside, the 14 of Brad Wilson lines up at a position number 6. The 98 of Jared Hughes will start from position number 7, and Jordan Curti in car number 26 lining up out of position number 8. 8 cars in heat race number 2, so there is a total of 16 drivers so far. And we wait for just 2 more cars to make their way onto the racetrack, and in fact looks like we are ready to roll, I believe. Marcus Brown on the 725. He was unable to make the call for heat race number 2, so looks like we're in fact going to have just the 7 drivers to contest what will be heat race number 2. Schroyer and Pankow on the front row. Casey Brunson 8th in the point standings coming into tonight. Will start in position number 3. So looking at this field right now, looks like 2 drivers inside the top 10. That's Tyson Pankow, your points leader, and Casey Brunson 8th in the point standings. Don't forget, we've got a 10-week season here with the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series. Of course, tonight, week number 3. Next week, week number 4, Volusia Speedway Park. But right now, heat number 3, getting ready to roll off. Turn number 4, Scott Schroyer in the 57. Green flag is up and out. We're underway. Brunson immediately goes to the inside on Tyson Pankow down into turn number 1 and 2. Wilson will find himself slotted into the 4th position. Meanwhile, Pankow gets into the wall. Tyson Pankow got a little tight on the entry into turn number 3. Wilson moves up to position number 3. Brunson back to 4th. Gwaltney now trying to sweep around the outside, trying to get 2 for the price of 1. Gwaltney in the 81 will move to position number 4. The top side working a tree. Gwaltney into the back of Brunson. Brunson going to go around. And we're going to stay green for the moment. No caution just yet in heat race number 2. Pankow trying to run down Scott Schroyer, your race leader in the 57 machine. The Stars Motorsports car 57. 3 down, 7 to run. So as it stands, Schroyer, Pankow, 3.5 tenths of a second. Now it's closing down to less than 2 tenths. And now just shuffles up to a 1/4 of a second. Here comes Tyson Pankow getting a little tight once again down on the entry into turn number 3. Gwaltney trying to come after Wilson through turns 3 and 4 and down the front stretch. Pankow still trying to get by Scott Schroyer. Will be halfway home in heat race number 2. 5 down, 5 to go. Here comes Gwaltney sweeping around the outside up on the top shelf. Wilson back to position number 4. Gwaltney up to position number 3. Curti in 5th. Hughes and Brunson will be the 6th and 7th cars on the racetrack. Pankow still trying to muster up some speed to get by the 57 car of Scott Schroyer. 2 miles around the Eldora Speedway. Heat race number 2, round number 3 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS. And again, here he comes around the outside. Now it's side by side for the race lead with 3 laps left to run. Pankow's got it on the top side of the racetrack. Schroyer still fights back to the middle of the racetrack. Schroyer, will he go for the slider? No, he's going to stay right in the mid-groove of turn number 3 and 4. So the top side of the racetrack right now is the place to be. And Pankow, now Schroyer goes upstairs, but it could be too little too late because here comes the 81 car of Wesley Gwaltney. Gwaltney fights back down to the inside. Slide job for the runner-up position. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go for for Tyson Pankow in the 91. Gwaltney and Schroyer wheel to wheel through turn number 1 and 2. Gwaltney's going to have it down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and turn number 4. Final time, Gwaltney a little tight on the cushion. Checkered flag is out for Tyson Pankow. Scott Schroyer going to steal second at the line from Gwaltney. Third will go to Gwaltney. Fourth will be Wilson, Curdy, Hughes and Brunson. Heat number 2 is done. Pankow gets the win from Schroyer in second. Gwaltney third. Wilson fourth. Curdy rounds out the top 5. Hughes in 6th. Brunson in 7th. And Marcus Brown, we of course know, did not take the green flag in heat race number 2. Heat number 3, third and final heat race of the night. And James Miller in the 22 machine will line up from position number 1. From position number 2 with the 33 car of Torrance Shirts. Inside your second row, from position number 3, the 47X machine, that's Aaron Woods to his outside. From position number 4, the 09 of Joshua Ely, who will start from position number 4, and he is 5th in the point standings. Rolling off out of position number 5 with the 39 car of Craig Bristol, from 6 with the 73 of Stephen Moore. And Jamie Massey, week number 1 winner from the Knoxville Raceway, 4th in the point standings, will roll off out of position number 7. So 2 drivers inside the top 10 in the point standings. Joshua Ely 5th and Jamie Massey, who is 4th. So 4th and 5th in the point standings. Now those 2 drivers, just 1 point separate them 2 so far after 2 weeks of competition. Knoxville Raceway heat race winners. There was Scott Schroyer, Aaron Woods and Bradley Wilson. Week number 2 heat race winners at Linear National Speedway last week. Again, we had 3 heats. Kenneth Vest, Charles Barnes, and Joshua Peacock. Looking for another couple of heat race winners here tonight from Eldora Speedway. Here we go. Green flag is up and it's down. It's waving. James Miller leads us off turn number 4 to the green flag. Final heat race of round number 3. Aaron Woods quickly dove down to the inside. Look for the race lead, but James Miller is going to have it now. Here comes Joshua Ely, 5th in the point standings. Keep an eye on Jamie Massey. Started at shotgun to the back of the field in position number 7. Miller will lead lap number 1. Meanwhile, Woods working the bottom side of the racetrack. Ely going upstairs into turn number 1 and 2. Now Ely coming after Massey into turn number 3. Massey trying to come back at Ely through the middle. Ely trying to come after Woods as they work down into turn number 1. James Miller still your race leader. Torrance Shirts back in position number 5. Oh, look out, Ely caught the backstretch wall. Gets tight as he tries to get the car back going again. Trying to keep the momentum up in that 09 machine. Ely to the inside on Massey. Massey up on top of the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Jamie Massey on the top side of the racetrack. Your feature race winner from round number 1 of the Knoxville Raceway. 3 wide, Ely and Woods, but a little contact down on the front stretch. Massey's going to get 2 for the price of 1 through turn number 1 and 2. And now he sets his sights on the back of the 22 car of James Miller. Miller will lead at the half race distance. 5 down, 5 to go. Stephen Moore, Joshua Ely, Torrance Shirts, 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. What a racetrack this is proven to be right now. We've still got a 5-minute warm-up session and then our 50-lap main event to come to see who will take out round number 3 of the JPDESIGNS Modified Touring Series. Thanks to the National Dirt Sim Association. Woods and Moore wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Woods on the inside, Moore on the outside. Ely back in 5th position. Now he's gone right down to the inside of the racetrack. 3-way battle right now for positions 3, 4, and 5. And they go 3 wide. Ely up on the inside. Woods right through the middle. And Moore was working the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Massey just under half a second away from James Miller. Jamie Massey, if he finishes second, will start outside the third row. And if he wants an outside starting line, well, it's best just to play possum just a little bit. White Fighters out. 1 lap left to go for James Miller. Half a mile, 4 turns. Jamie Massey looks to close in. Torrance Shirts catches the wall. Just jumped the cushion a little bit. Meanwhile, backstretch for the final time down into turn number 3. And off for turn number 4. James Miller gonna pick up the win in heat race number 3. Jamie Massey will come home second. Third at the line is going to be Joshua Ely. Let's take a look at those official results coming up right now, and we have our warm-up session. So with that being said, James Miller gets the win in heat race number 3. Jamie Massey home in second. Joshua Ely third. Stephen Moore fourth. Torrance Shirts rounds up the top 5. Aaron Woods in 6th. And Craig Bristol will come home in position number 7. We'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll play one quick commercial break, then we'll put some music on the screen, and then we will be ready for our 50-lap A main event here from the Eldora Speedway. You're watching Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring, presented by JP Designs, live from the Eldora Speedway.
Since the crack of dawn, just trying to get paid. Been hotter than 100 suns. I can't find no shade. Just 2 more rows and I'm good to go. Yeah, I'm shutting this tractor down. Give me a half an hour for a shave and a shower, and I'll be outside your house. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but I'm taking you uptown tonight. Might have a little mud on my wheels, but they gonna shine with you up inside. Gonna hit the club, gonna cut a rug, burn it up like neon lights. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but we're gonna dance the dust right off them tonight. Got a little dirt on my boots. Hard as I worked all day, I'm gonna work harder loving on you. Spin you all over that dance floor, right out of them high heel shoes. And when you're ready to quit, baby, we can slip right out of that barroom door. And when I take you home, don't worry, babe, I'm gonna kick 'em off on the porch. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but I'm taking you uptown tonight. Might have a little mud on my wheels, but they gonna shine with you up inside. Gonna hit the club, gonna cut a rug, burn it up like neon lights. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but we're gonna dance the dust right off them tonight. Got a little dirt on my boots. A little dirty dancing, a blue collar romancing. I can get cleaned up if you ask me, but I can only get so fancy. Got a little dirt on my boots, but I'm taking you uptown tonight. Might have a little mud on my wheels, but they gonna shine with you up inside. Gonna hit the club, gonna cut a rug, burn it up like neon lights. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but we're gonna dance the dust right off them tonight. Got a little dirt on my boots. Got a little dirt on my boots.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs. Round number 3 from the Eldora Speedway. It is time to go racing in your feature race as we take a look at your starting grid. Carl Strat in the car number 18 will start on the pole position. Third in the points, he's 1 point behind the man that sits outside the front row. Car number 91, Tyson Pankow from position number 2. Rolling off at a position number 3 with the 22 car of James Miller. The 51 of Justin Glenhill lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5 with the 57 of Scott Schroy and the 19 of Jamie Massey at a position number 6. Position number 7 with the 19 of Preston Williams. Position number 8 will be the 81 of Wesley Gwaltney. Position number 9, the 09 of Joshua Ely from 10 with the 61 of Josh Peacock. From position number 11 with the 14 of Bradley Wilson. From 12, the 73 of Stephen Moore. From 13, the 8 of Jeremy Vaughan. From 14, the 26 of Jordan Curdy. The 33 of Torrance Shirts out of 15, out of 16, the 112 of Cody Colley. From position number 17, the 98 of Jared Hughes to the outside. The 18 starter will be the 47X of Aaron Woods. From 19th position with the 78 of Mark Bremkamp, and from position number 20 with the 10 car of Casey Brunson. From position number 21, the 39 of Craig Bristol. From 22, the 11M of Kyle Moyer. And scheduled to line up at a position number 23, I don't think he's here in attendance, will be the 725 of Marcus Brown. So as the field rolls around behind the iRacing.com official page struck, it is time to take a look, ladies and gentlemen. And a simple show of respect from these drivers. A 3-wide salute. We've seen it in the first couple of weeks. We will see it all throughout the season. As they roll around in a 3-wide. It is their way of thanking you, the fans, for watching here tonight on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Series presented by JP Designs. Can we thank all the drivers involved for coming out here, not only tonight, but of course throughout the first opening couple of weeks. Week number 1 at Knoxville, week number 2 at Lanier National Speedway. And how good is a 3-wide salute? They will go and break away from formation. So Carl Surratt, Tyson Pankow. Again, I spoke about it at the top of the show. 5 points separating the top 6 positions. 1 point separating your points leader Tyson Pankow and Josh Peacock, and Carl Surratt both tied at 189 points. So a big season ahead. Again, a full 10-week season. We're in week number 3 tonight. Next week, Volusia Speedway Park, and then week number 5 at the USA International Speedway. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, as they work down the back straightaway. Behind your iRacing.com safety car. We wait for that safety car to pull infield. Once it does pull infield, we are getting ready right now to go green flag. Your main event, the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs is underway. No surprise to see Carl Surratt go straight to the top side, down into turn number 1 and 2. Massey around the outside of Miller as they work down into 3 and 4 for the first time. 50 laps on the docket for the main event. Surratt will lead lap number 1. Pankow runs in second. Massey in third. Massey goes through the middle of the racetrack. Tyre wear going to be a big factor late in this one. We've seen it in the first couple of weeks. Pankow, Massey. Massey's got the runner-up position at the start-finish line. Here comes Justin Glenhill trying to use that inside line right now. Trying to burn those tyres up very, very quickly if he can continue to pass these cars. Meanwhile, it's still Surratt to lead from Massey and Pankow. Glenhill in 4th position. You can throw a blanket. They're 2 by 2 now, down into turn number 1 and 2. Massey is coming after Carl Surratt, the race leader. Surratt holds on 3 wide for a split second down into turn number 3. Now instead of a 4-car breakaway, it's a 5-car, and keep an eye on the 57 car of Scott Schroyer. Just on the outside of a top 5. Now he gets to the inside. He got to the left rear quarter panel there of the 22 car. Surratt still the race leader from Massey. Pankow, Gledhill, wheel to wheel down the front straightaway. 5 down, 45 to go. Massey and Surratt. Massey's got the inside line. Surratt's got to run on the top side, trying to keep the car as straight as possible. Not use up those tyres early on. We've seen it at the Knoxville Raceway with Casey Brunson. We've seen it last week as well, where the track took rubber at Lanier National Speedway. A field of 22 drivers so far, working their way around the Eldora Speedway. What will be 8 laps complete at the start-finish line. Surratt and Massey still up for the number 1 and 2 positions. 3 wide for a moment again through 3 and 4. Pankow, Miller and Glenhill. Here comes the 19 of Preston Williams right now. He's up to position number 6. Could break himself inside the top 5. If he can get by the 51 car of Justin Gledhill down into turn number 3 and 4 again. Challenges on for the race lead. Surratt and Massey still working side by side down into turn number 1. Pankow right there with him, separated by a car, making almost 2 car lengths now. Down into 3 and turn 4. James Miller now being pressured by Justin Gledhill in the 51, who has been pressured by the 19 car of Preston Williams. And then Torrance Shirts in car 33. You can't see it on screen because we're watching right now the battle on for the race lead between Jamie Massey and Kyle Surratt. These 2 drivers, there is 2 points separating them as they work into week number 3 championship race right now. Your main event, who will come out victorious in not only the 3rd round of the series, but of course once we get to the end of the 10-week season. Meanwhile, Jamie Massey will lead what is lap number 12. 38 to go, and just like what we've seen at the Knoxville Raceway and Lanier National Speedway in the opening 2 weeks, we are seeing a good chunk of green flag action here at the Eldora Speedway. Massey and Surratt still go wheel to wheel through turn number 1 and 2. It's still Massey. Now he's got it by a car length. Surratt now finds himself back in 2nd position. James Mill in the 22 in 3rd. Keep an eye on your points leader, Tyson Pankow, the 91 car. Just slowly working his way back up to the top 3. Miller trying to come after Kyle Surratt down into 3. Miller's running the same line as what your race leader is doing of Jamie Massey. Boy, what a way to kick off week number 3 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs. Torrance Shirts is up to position number 5, Gledhill 6, Williams 7, Schroyer 8, Gwaltney 9th, and Josh Peacock 2nd in the points, and he's back in 10th position. And the question will be asked, what kind of tyre strategy game is Joshua Peacock playing at the moment? Again, he picked up the win last week at the National Speedway. Cody Colley in the 112, around the outside of the 98 car of Jared Hughes. Bremkamp in the 78. Then you go back to Stephen Moore along with Joshua Ely back in 15th position. Gledhill and Schroyer, they were side by side through turn number 3 and 4. Gledhill going to slide it up in front of Schroyer. Schroyer backs out, and here comes Wesley Gwaltney as well. Just a lap away from completing 20 laps complete. We're 19 in the book so far without the caution flag just yet. To the inside goes Preston Williams on Torrance Shirts. That was for 5th and 6th position. Miller in 4th. Just in front of them is the 91 car of Tyson Pankow. And he is only a car and a half length away from the 18 of Kyle Surratt. Keeping a very close eye on Surratt and Pankow as they battle it out for the championship. Jamie Massey as well. So the driver sitting 1st, tied with 2nd and 4th position in the points. They are running 1, 2 and 3. The only driver that not involved in that conversation just yet is Joshua Peacock, and he's swamped back down in position number 11. Miller again trying the middle of the racetrack to turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Torrance Shirts in the car number 33 now. Shirts has got the car, the 33, the Lucas Oil machine hooked up on the cushion right now. 2 laps away from being half race distance for Jamie Massey. Miller again still working the middle of the racetrack around Eldora Speedway. Now Torrance Shirts sweeps up around the outside of the 22 car, and Torrance Shirts, boy, just starting to put his foot down just a little bit more. Jamie Massey leads by 0.8 of a second over Carl Surratt. Tyson Pankow there is second, third and fourth on your screen at the moment. At the start-finish line for Jamie Massey, cross flag sticks are out, 15 down, 25 down, 25 to go. It's still 0.8 of a second lead. Let's go back a little further, see what else is happening on the racetrack at the moment. Peacock, last week's feature winner from Lanier, still in position number 11. Look at the gap between himself and the race leader. Almost 7 seconds. It's 6.5 seconds from Josh Peacock. He's got Joshua Ely in front of him. Joshua Ely 5th in the point standings. And Kyle Moyer as well. He's back. He's deep and buried back in the 16th position at the moment. Ely now slides up in front of Collie in the 112 machine. Collie trying to fight back down through the bottom of the racetrack through turn number 3. But no, he'll keep it pinned upstairs. Peacock couldn't do anything with Collie just then. The 112 of Cody Collie, you can just see, just had some issues down into turns 3 and 4 on the previous lap. Joshua Ely, well, he's pulled the trigger. He said, righto, mate, it's time to go. You've got 20 to go. So we're 30 laps complete right now. Once we get the leader past the start-finish line, here it is off turn number 4. Aaron Woods already put a lap down by Jamie Massey and Carl Surratt. Tyson Pankow will put Woods a lap down into turn number 1 and 2. 30 down and 20 laps left to run. There's your leader, the 19 car of Jamie Massey, looking to get win number 2 of the season. He picked up the win, the season opener at the Knoxville Raceway. Carl Surratt still runs in second position from Tyson Pankow, Torrance Shirts. Wesley Gwaltney in position number 5, so no change to your top 5. They've pretty much spread themselves out. James Miller about to have some company with Preston Williams. Meanwhile, Schroyer got by Justin Gledhill through turn number 3 and 4. Keep an eye on that 09 machine of Joshua Ely. In 10th position. Trying to come after the 51. He's going to catch up. He's still 7.5 seconds away from your race leader of Jamie Massey. Next time by for your race leader, Jamie Massey. 16 laps left to run. Casey Brunson struggling here at Eldora Speedway. Maybe hoping for a late race caution and saved enough tyres to get this one in the books. Wilson and Bristol, they will battle it out wheel to wheel. Jordan Curdy about to get put a lap down here by the 19 car. Then the race leader of Jamie Massey. A 1 second lead as we come to 14 laps to go at the start-finish line. Surratt. It's go time right now for these drivers with 14 remaining. Pankow still runs in third position. Gwaltney putting the move right now to Torrance Shirts for 4th and 5th position. But Torrance Shirts still holds on to the 4th spot on the racing surface here at Eldora Speedway. Problems for the 39 car, I think it was. Yeah, it's Craig Bristol. He jumped the cushion into turn number 1. Luckily for Tyson Pankow, who was able to avoid him. Meanwhile, here it is. Challengers on for the race lead. And Jamie Massey, you've got some company right now with Carl Surratt. Surratt is all over the back of him through turn number 1 and 2. Massey, when does he start to play defense right now? Surratt has caught him. Now he's going to try and get by him with 11 laps left to run. So a lap away from heat race distance remaining in your main event. And what has been 39 green flag laps here at Eldora Speedway. And again, they close in on the lap cars. Jeremy Vaughan, Jordan Curdy, along with Brad Wilson just in front of them. Vaughan will stick down to the inside, knowing that the leaders have just now gone past him, and challenging is now for the race lead. Massey still holds on to the number 1 position. How about Kyle Surratt, Tyson Pankow right there with him? So the top 3 of the top 4 drivers are running 1, 2 and 3, and they've done that for the most part of this feature event. Colley, Wilson and Curdy, the next 3 drivers, and we are yellow. We are yellow in main event competition. And the first time we see the yellow come out. And there will be 8 laps left to run. Jamie Massey. Let's just do one thing just very, very quickly. Just going to give this place a little bit of a spruce up. Just trying to make this a little brighter for you guys. Let's try that. There we go. Make it a little bit brighter for everyone. I know it's a little bit difficult to see down the back stretch. And we go 2 to green at the moment. Lights are still flashing on the racing.com safety car. So the 19 car of Jamie Massey leads from the 18 of Kyle Surratt. Tyson Pankow, the 91 in 3rd position. 4th will be the 81 of Wesley Gwaltney. Rounding up the top 5 is the 33 car of Torrin Schertz. Then you go back to James Miller, Joshua Ely, Preston Williams, Scott Schroyer and Josh Peacock. That is your top 10. Look at these drivers trying to cool the tyres down. Not trying to run through the slick. 8 laps left to run. Single file restart. Lights are out on the iRacing.com official pace track, which means we've got 4 miles around Eldora Speedway. Who will take out round number 3 of the JP Designs Modified Touring Series presented by National Dirt Sim Association? We get ready to light the tyres once again here at Eldora Speedway. Jamie Massey will lead us off turn number 4. Now the front straightaway, green flag is up and down and waving, and part of the racing flagman says let's go back racing. Main event time. Massey leads nearly 4/10 of a second down into turn number 3 over Surratt. Surratt got a little tight. Gwaltney, did he get into the back of Pankow? It doesn't matter. Pankow slipped back to position number 4 right now. Gwaltney's found his way to a podium position. Just keep an eye on this battle up for 3rd and 4th position right now, but keep an eye on the gap between Jamie Massey, a race leader, and Kyle Surratt running in 2nd. It's closing in right now. Here comes Massey. 6 laps left to run. Your feature race of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series. Down to the inside. Here he goes. Slingshot engaged. Slide job for the race lead. And just as that happened, Jamie Massey got up over the cushion, got into the wall. And with 5 to run, Kyle Surratt, your new race leader over Jamie Massey, and could potentially be your points leader should he get the win here tonight. But he's still going to go around 4 more times around Eldora Speedway in the virtual Rossburg, Ohio, here on the iRacing.com service. Surratt, Massey, 3, nearly 4/10 of a second. Gwaltney, Pankow, and Schertz, your top 5. Joshua Ely's made his way up to position number 6. Oh, look out, contact as Casey Brunson now. He was back in about 16th position about 10 to 12 laps ago. Now he's found his way inside the top 10, but I think time is running out right now for Casey Brunson. 2 laps left to run. Torrin Schertz into the side of Ely, down into turn number 3. He gave the spot back, but 2 laps left to run. Pankow tried the inside on Gwaltney. Meanwhile, Massey can only watch the 18 car of Kyle Surratt drive off into the sunset. White flag is out. Half a mile, 4 turns here at Eldora Speedway. He gets through turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. The National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS here at Eldora Speedway. Round number 3 feature winner. First time this season, Kyle Surratt will park it in victory lane. Second will go to Jamie Massey. Third at the line is going to be Wesley Gwaltney. Fourth will be Tyson Pankow. Fifth will go to Joshua Ely. Oh my, what a way to wrap up week number 3. Fireworks going off, and fireworks we've just seen on the racetrack. Kyle Surratt will get the win over Jamie Massey in second, Wesley Gwaltney third, Tyson Pankow fourth, Joshua Ely rounds out your top 5, Casey Brunson home in 6th, Torrance Schertz in 7th, Stephen Moore 8th, James Miller 9th, and Scott Schroyer going to round out your top 10. We go over the page. Preston Williams in 11th. Josh Peacock in 12th, Jordan Curdy 13th, Kyle Moyer 14th, Jared Hughes 15th, Justin Gledhill 16th, Cody Coley 17th, Bradley Wilson in 18th, the last car on the lead lap. A lap down, Craig Bristol in 19th, 20th will go to Aaron Woods, also 1 lap down. And then over the page, the final 2 drivers, Mark Bremkamp in 21st position, a couple of laps down, and Jeremy Vaughan 22nd, 9 laps down. I think he was the reason for the caution, bringing that car pit side, and that could be the reason for the caution. But, ladies and gentlemen, week number 3 is done here from the Eldora Speedway. And we are ready to go trackside and chat to your top 3. Let's go from 3rd to 1st. We'll start with the driver that comes home in 3rd place tonight. It'll be the driver of the 81 car of Wesley Gwaltney. Wes, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight. And boy, I'll tell you what, this track was a little difficult, being pretty much looked like one lane dominant up on the top side, but nonetheless, you brought it home with the 3rd place finish. You must be happy with that.
Oh, absolutely. I think I waited a little bit there. I tried to save for a while, and then I noticed they really started getting away, so I drove a little bit harder. And if it had stayed green and I'd fired just a little bit earlier, I think I had something for him. I know Massey was struggling there at the end. I don't know if his car wouldn't turn or what. I apologize to Brunson for getting him to the heat race, which I'm sorry, it didn't even give me contact on that. And then Pankow was lifting there for Kyle or somebody, and I got into him a little bit, so I lifted off, and we tried to race it out. So I apologize for getting into them, but yeah, I'm happy with it. We're getting better. Race car was good. Just figuring out a little more things here and there, and got to figure out how to conserve tires a little bit more.
Well, Wesley, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight from the Eldora Speedway. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout out to all that good stuff, buddy, who makes this happen for you in the 81 car.
I got to thank all my teammates over at XLD Esports. AWG, Agent One Gaming is our big sponsor. Next Level Gaming. Also got a SimRap Market on the car. I think we got a PRS still on the car too. Bucked Up. Let's see. Design the Void. We got a whole bunch of folks on these race cars. I always forget. So I look at one picture of a race car and I'm like, well, I'm going to forget somebody. So yeah, thank you for broadcasting this, for Bradley and them for putting it on. It was a good race. I can't wait for next week.
All right, well, good job here on 3rd place at Eldora tonight. We'll see you back next week at Volusia.
Absolutely, see you.
There we go, Wesley Gwaltney home in position number 3. Your runner-up tonight, driving car number 19, that is Jamie Massey. Jamie, congratulations on 2nd place, and well, up until 5 to go, you were certainly the car to beat, but unfortunately, 2nd place will have to do for tonight. But hey, you're still 2nd in points, so I mean, overall, good night for you.
Yeah, man, I'm happy with it. I ran pretty hard that whole race, about wide open the entire race, and I just wanted to see, man. I had to see the difference, and I was just too tight. I was really tight running where I was at, but once I moved to the top, I couldn't enter the corner and rotate the car like I needed. And he was really good, man. I'm proud of him for running me clean, and I had a ball, man.
And what's it like trying to put 50 laps, and as you said, you were pretty much wide open. What's it like trying to put 50 laps up on the top side, knowing that you're inches away from, if you jump the cushion, you're into the wall, and then you lose a whole lot of speed, and then you could lose positions?
Yeah, a lot of it was I didn't try to go up there. I just tried to keep my tires in the moisture and run around the middle. And then I seen he gained a tenth on me. I think it was like 10 to go or something like that, or maybe a little more than that, 15 to go, something like that. And I was like, well, I'm going to try the top. And I just went in there, and it just wouldn't rotate. So I knew at that point I was running 2nd. So it is what it is. A good points night, man. I had my VR went out last week, and cost me a good shot. I was kind of trying to set Josh up for the win there, but it is what it is. I think we got a strong car, and I think we're going to be hell to beat. But there's a lot of fast drivers in here, so I'm just happy to be a part of it.
3 weeks, 3 different winners. Just goes to show you right now the competition is at an all-time high so far after the opening 3 weeks. Next week we go to Volusia Speedway Park, and you go into next week as the driver that sits second in the point standings. What do you take from tonight and move forward to next week, or is next week just a whole new night?
I just got to be one more position better because I think Kyle and Tyson and Josh are going to be the guys to beat every week, and I think that's who I got to beat, and I just want to be in front of them guys, and I think to be in front of them guys, I'm gonna have to win. So I'm gonna show up with that mentality that win or you're gonna lose points. So that's what we're going to do.
Jamie, congratulations on the run-up finish here tonight from Eldora Speedway. Before we let you go, of course, a lot of sponsors on this race car. No doubt a lot of great people behind the scenes that make this possible for you and the 19 car to get around. So an opportunity to thank everybody involved.
I'd like to thank everybody over at NLR, CFM, Majula C Speed Shop, Shop Fergie 22, Paints by Grippy, NH Lens, 42 Designs, and I want to give a personal shout out to Papa Mike's Promotions. He does a lot for me, man, behind scenes. He makes sure that I race every week, and he pays a lot of my entry fees, and just does a lot for my team and for me. So I want to give a shout out to him, and good luck and congratulations to Kyle, and we'll see y'all next week.
Jamie, well done on second. As you said, we'll see you back next week at Volusia.
Thank you.
There we go, Jamie Massey with the runner-up finish here tonight. And well, home in first place tonight, gets his first win of the season, making it 3 different winners in 3 weeks here in the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS. It's the 18th car of Carl Surratt. Carl, congratulations on the victory here tonight. As I just said, 3 different winners in 3 different weeks, and you are now the points leader overall. A very, very good night for you in the 18 machine.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, buddy. It was I wasn't sure if we was going to be able to do it or not until we had that yellow in my hands. Sure thing, I got a direct drive wheel, so I got to grab hold of it pretty hard. My hands was starting to go numb there.
Man, what's it like? We've seen it over the first 3 weeks. Yeah, the first green flag run always goes 30 to 35 laps, and then you get those late cautions, and it's all about the tyre saving strategy from what has been in those first 30 odd laps. What was it like here tonight? And again, I think we got 40. I think it was like 41 green flag laps, and we only have 1 yellow. That's a pretty good run by everyone here in this field.
I tried to pace Jamie there because he was pressuring me on the inside early in the race, and so I pushed the car a little bit harder than I wanted to or originally planned to. And then I got in the wall a little bit. One time we made a little contact, and he slid up in front of me, so I decided to back it off just a hair to save a little bit of tire for the end. And I was still pushing a little bit harder than I wanted to, but I didn't want him to get too far away from me in case we didn't have a yellow. I wanted to be able to, be there at the end. And I really didn't think we was going to have a yellow there as long as we went here. This place is a nice big white track, but I don't know what happened there, but thankful it did, because it really did put me in position. I had a little bit of a tough time getting going on a restart there because the tires cooled way down, and I wasn't used to it. But once I figured out how to drive the car after a couple of laps, we was money.
Speaking of big wide tracks, next week number 4 of the series goes to the Volusia Speedway Park. You go into next week as the points leader. Does that put any pressure? Do you put any extra pressure on yourself, knowing that you're the points leader? Everybody's gunning for you now that you are sitting at the top of the at the top of the standings.
I wouldn't say so. I'm used to points racing. That's what I prefer to do. Because I consider myself a grinder. I like to, I don't always win. I try to run up front. I get lucky every once in a while, and call me the Terry Labonte, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not that great at Volusia. I hate that place. If they deleted it off the service, I wouldn't care. They can keep my money and everything. But I guess we'll see. I'll start working on setup and see what happens there. But yeah, I like points racing. It's my favorite thing to do. So I don't feel any extra pressure.
All right. Well, good job on the win here tonight, Carl. Before we let you go, of course, and celebrate this win, and before we move on to next week at Volusia, we know there's a lot of sponsors on this car. No doubt a lot of great people behind the scenes. An opportunity for you, Carl, to thank everyone involved in the 80 machine.
Yep. I got to thank all my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports for putting in the time with me to get these sets tuned in right. And you guys want a good looking wrap like I got, hit up JP Designs. Josh will get you done it pretty quick. Got a new sponsor on the car, Longhorn by Bulletproof. You know, if you guys want one, hit us up. Thank Brad and Josh for putting on this league, and you guys at UDTV for this broadcast.
Carl, congratulations on the win. You are the points leader after week number 3 as we head into week number 4 at the Volusia Speedway Park next week. We'll see you back next week. Congratulations on the win, Carl.
Thank you, buddy.
There we go, Carl Surratt, ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight from the Eldora Speedway. And that will, of course, wrap up what has been week number 3. Just one caution so far in this, or what we've seen in this field tonight. And I've got to say, it's been pretty much minimal caution so far over the first 3 weeks, where we've seen what has been 150 laps of competition. We had one caution at the Knoxville Raceway for week number 1. We had one caution tonight, and Lanier last week, I think we had, so we had 4 in the main event, so 6 cautions totaling in 3 weeks. And, well, considering we're having an average of 20 to 22 car fields, I mean, it just goes to show you right now, the level of competition right now between these drivers and the respect shown is at an all-time high. But for week number 3 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs here at Eldora Speedway, it is run, it is won. Congratulations to Kyle Surratt, and he is also your points leader, 289 points over Jamie Massey in second, 282. Tyson Pankow third, 277. Joshua Ely fourth, 270. Josh Peacock rounds out the top 5 with 257. Kyle Moyer, Casey Brunson, 249 and 245. Stephen Moore, Torrance Shirts, and Bradley Wilson make up your top 10. But for that being said, Eldora Speedway week number 3 is done. We'll see you back next week at the Volusia Speedway Park for round number 4. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the manager behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler signing off, saying farewell, good night, and congratulations to Kyle Surratt, your feature winner here from Eldora.